Hey girlies, welcome to my channel. I am so excited. Today we're doing a little bit of like maybe a reading vlog, maybe a book buying vlog, maybe a little TBR, all of those combined. I want to go to Barnes & Noble and get some new books. It's June 2nd, so I need to like really set my my June TBR. So we'll do that together, maybe read a few books. I don't know if this will be a day of my life, week of my life, we'll see. It's like my first kind of reading vlog. I also just filmed and I'm about to edit my what I read in May, and I'm so excited. It's my first ever book video. I've done YouTube videos before, vlogs and stuff. Haven't done it in a while, but I'm excited to jump into the booktube bandwagon because I've been obsessed with booktube. It's all I watch. But yeah, so you're just gonna come along with me and we're gonna do all things books. Right now though, I am working. I work from home. I do social media marketing. Yeah, just gonna work a little bit and then we're gonna head to Barnes & Noble. I'm so excited. Oh yes, oh sorry, no you're fine today. So I definitely got more books than I intended to, but most of them are buy one, get one 50% off, so like I have to, you know? But we're gonna do like a little book haul, but let's get a drink first. Oh my gosh, this is literally crooked. I lost my ticket. Oh no, my ticket. Oh my gosh, the stress, you guys. That was a stressful time of my life, and the camera's done. We're gonna be done. All right, guys, we got all of the books that we want. Whoa, that card came so close to me, like relax. I have to go run a few errands, but before I do that, I'm gonna park and show you all the books that I got. Okay, you guys, so the quality might change a little bit in this clip. Hopefully not, because the lighting's pretty good. But I'm not using my front camera. I'm using my back camera because I just want to see myself for a second. You know, like, it's been a long day. I'm not sure what I look like, so I just want to make sure I look okay. We're gonna do the book haul of what I got from Barnes & Noble. I know you all are waiting to hear about that. But after that, I went to Brandy Melville just to get, I love Brandy Melville's jewelry, like just little dainty jewelry to like throw on, and so cheap, like $5 bracelets that are so cute. The person that was ringing me up just looked at me and she's like, oh my gosh, you're so pretty. And it made my day, you guys. I was watching a video the other day. They were basically saying like, don't hold nice thoughts in. So like, you know, when you're passing someone on the street and you're like, oh my gosh, that girl's so pretty, you think that to yourself, but you don't say it because you're like, that would be weird. Like, say it. It would really make someone's day. So the next nice thought I get about someone, I'm going to tell them. Little tiny hoops. So these are great just for like casual everyday. By the way, I hope this is a bracelet and not an anklet. I will literally cry if it's an anklet. I hope it's a bracelet, but yeah, it's just like a little heart one. Okay, this one's just like a little gold and pearl one. This was $6. This was $6, and the earrings were $5. How much was tax? Because it came out to like $25. Hold on, let me make sure they didn't overcharge me. Oh my gosh, she rang up one of the bracelets twice. It's only $6, but like, I might as well just get another bracelet. Maybe I'll go back and tell them and then they'll just let me get another bracelet. Anyways, the moment you've all been waiting for. There's one book that I was gonna get, was by Rebecca Searle, that I didn't get. It's like a Romeo and Juliet retelling. I do want to get that eventually, so I'll go back and get it, but it was like one of the ones on the lower list of all the books that I had. I do love Rebecca Searle. I loved In 5 Years. It's like one of my favorite books. And The Dinner List, you guys. The Dinner List, so good. I like genuinely, like, my heart gets so happy thinking about that book. So all right, let's get to the haul. First things first, we got Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. I loved Part of Your World, and this is the next book in that series, and it's about 2 doctors, and one of the doctors, I believe the male main character, has anxiety. They like talk about that, like social anxiety, I believe, or something, which I feel like will be interesting to read about. I heard that she writes about it really good, and it like makes a lot of people feel seen. Then I got the Unhoneymooners by Christina and Lauren. I used to think it was Christina Lauren, like, was her name, but I think it's Christina and Lauren, like it's a duo author. No clue what this book is about, but I love the cover. I've heard people talk about it. Everyone loves it. It's a very summery book, I believe. This is also one of the buy one get one 50% off. Then I had to get People We Meet on Vacation because it was also part of the buy one get one 50% off, and so many people talk about this. I am an Emily Henry stan. This is the only book by her I haven't read, and it's because people have very mixed reviews. It's either people are obsessed with it or people hate this book, and I don't want it to taint me. Actually, this book and Happy Place I haven't read by her, but I'm excited to read People We Meet on Vacation and just judge it for myself. Okay, then I got Caraval. I have heard about this book for so long. Again, another thing I have no real idea of. I think it's like kind of fantasy, but I don't think it's like fairy kind of fantasy. I'm not sure, but there's like magic involved and stuff like that. So I'm excited. It seems like an interesting book that like I'm gonna be having to figure out what's going on while I'm reading the book, so I like that. Then we got Do I Know You? This is not a book that I've seen anywhere, but I read the back and I'm interested to read it, and it's by the same authors that wrote The Roughest Draft, which The Roughest Draft was one of my favorite books that I've read so far this year. I'll read the back to you. Eliza and Graham are anticipating an anything but sexy weekend-long getaway to celebrate their 5-year anniversary. Nestled on the Northern California coastline, the resort prides itself on being a destination for those in love and those looking to find it. For Eliza and Graham, For Eliza and Graham, they might as well be on vacation with a roommate. When a well-meaning guest mistakes Eliza and Graham as being single and introduces them at the hotel bar, they don't correct him. Suddenly, they're pretending to be the perfect stranger, and it's unexpectedly fun. Eliza and Graham find themselves flirting like it's their first date and waiting with butterflies in their stomach for the other to text back. Everyone at the retreat can sense the electric chemistry between Eliza and Graham. But when the scintillating game of role-playing ends, will they still feel the heat? Again, I absolutely was obsessed with The Roughest Draft, so I think I'm gonna like the writing in this one. And then last but not least is actually a book I've already read, Every Summer After. This is one of my favorite books that I read in 2022, but it was before I was like a physical book girly. I was reading on my Kindle, and so I've been like, every time I go to the bookstore, I try to pick up one book that I loved that I read on my Kindle that I want to add to my physical bookshelf. So this is one of them because I loved it so much, so I'm just gonna add this to my bookshelf. And I have Meet Me by the Lake, and since these book covers are similar, I feel like it'll be cute to like put them next to each other, even though I didn't love Meet Me by the Lake. Yikes. Watch my May wrap up to know more about that. Ooh, look, the covers are so cute all together. Oh my gosh, they're so colorful and pretty. I just yesterday finished reading A Court of Wings and Ruin, and I love that book, and I don't want to go into a slump after because I gave that book a 5 stars, so it's always scary trying to read a book after that. All right, the lighting's getting bad. I'm gonna go run my errands and then we'll go back home. Later I'll figure out what book I'm going to read next, and we'll see where the vlog takes us. Okay, so I'm back home with my new books, and I want to add them to my book collection. Recently, because I started a Bookstagram, I started getting into reading physical books, and now I'm obsessed with reading physical books and buying physical books. Can we talk about the chokehold that buying books has on me? Like, you guys, I don't really have like a system in place of like where everything goes, so let's try to do something. Okay, so I'm sorry to my last remaining nonfiction books, but you gotta go. Becoming Michelle Obama. I'm obsessed with Michelle Obama. I was really in like a phase of celebrity like memoir kind of things. Tan France is my absolute favorite celebrity ever. Like, I would quite literally put my life on the line for him. And then Will Smith, my mom went to his like live show or whatever, and this book. Okay, do I just literally do that? I'm just gonna leave it at that. Am I in like a fantasy mood? But I don't want like a sad love story. Like I want like a rom-com-y kind of thing. Do I Know You is kind of really calling me because I loved The Roughest Draft. Okay, it's between the Unhoneymooners and Do I Know You because they're both kind of the same concept. I'm gonna go Do I Know You. It's official. This is my next read, Do I Know You. Okay, you guys, look at my cute dog. So I'm about 35 pages into this book. I'm honestly gonna read until I fall asleep probably. So I think I'll probably get to page 50 or so, but I will update you guys in the morning.
I know the next morning when the sun goes up, it might be the last day of you and me. You're lying next to me with heavy eyes while I shiver inside with a heavy heart. I know what I've done, and I'm too afraid to let it go. If I could, I would turn back time if I could.
Okay, guys, this is gonna fall any second. So basically what I was trying to say is that I'm on my way to work. Not really work. I just have to film something really quick at one of the yoga studios. I brought my book because there might be like a little break in between, or like I might be waiting for a little while. So I brought my book with my Happy Go Lovely, I think it's called that, Happy Go Lovely sleeve. Okay, so I'm back in my car, headed back home. I actually had no time to read, so haven't read an inch yet. I'm gonna try to read a bunch today and read maybe the whole book today or like by tomorrow morning, and then pick up another book so that I can make this like a weekend reading vlog.
I would take it all back if I could. I would bring back all the memories, not yours only in my.
Okay guys, like I said, I'm about 50 pages into Do I Know You. I was reading it last night and I'm not gonna say loving yet, but I'm really enjoying this book so far. It's dual perspective, which I always love. What I really like about the perspectives in this book, I'm gonna read you one of the lines from the first like 2 chapters. It goes straight into the next thing. Like, so we have a chapter with Eliza, and then Graham's chapter will pick up exactly where Eliza left off. So like the first chapter, this is Eliza speaking, and she says, I say innocently, would you mind if I record something? Flip the page, we get to Graham's chapter, and the first line in his chapter is, would you mind if I record something? And so it goes straight from him to her. There seems to be a little bit of like miscommunication trope, which I hate so much. It's like pulling teeth. There's like one thing where I'm just like, just tell her, like just tell her. But overall, book is good. It is kind of like a slow read. Like I'll be reading one page and I feel like 10 minutes have passed and I'm only halfway through the page. But I'm about to go up to our rooftop where I was just walking my dog. You saw they have like some chairs and stuff up there. It's a really nice day. It's only 70 outside, but the sun is like really beaming down. So I'm gonna go up there and read for maybe like about an hour and then maybe go get some food.
Oh, if I could.
This book is written so beautifully. I love their writing so much. Like, I'm gonna read one of the lines. It's not gonna make much sense because I don't want to spoil anything, but just listen to how this line is written. It strips whatever streak of confidence I'd managed to hold on to clean out of my grasp. Maybe the old me is fundamentally too far to reach, despite flashes of feeling otherwise.
Shipwreck, I caught the sails loose. You're lying next to me with heavy.
I am about 100 pages in now, and this book is like, I'm obsessed. Like, the writing and how the characters connect and how it goes back and forth, and you can kind of like see how I don't know if this is true, like if each writer wrote a different character or if like they combined their writing, but like you can kind of feel the difference in the two characters and that they're written by different people, which I love. There's one character in this book that's not the main character. His name is David, and he is hilarious. Like every time a scene comes up with David, I'm chuckling to myself. I love Graham, like obsessed with Graham. Eliza, I'm still trying to understand. I feel like Graham gives us a lot more of like who he is and like why he does the things he does. For Eliza, like I'm not really sure about yet, and her chapters are pretty short. I feel like hers like fly by, but overall I'm just absolutely in love with this book. I'm gonna go get something to eat, and then I'm going to yoga class with my mom tonight, and then when I come back I'm going to try to finish this book. Honestly, like it's going by fast now. I know I said earlier that it's like slow to read, but maybe that was just the start, because now I'm 90 pages in and like I'm flying by. Absolutely obsessed. Okay, back home, time to read. It's been a long day, and like I've been trying to read ever since I was on my rooftop earlier, but I just had so much to do. But now I'm just gonna sit here and read. And a good sign is that this whole day when I wasn't reading, I was dying to get back to this book, so that's how you know it's good. So it's the next morning, it's Sunday now, and I'm almost done with this book. I got up to page 275 last night, so I only have maybe about like 50 or so pages left. So I'm just gonna sit here right now and bang this out. I'm thinking about going to the pool. It's a little cloudy outside right now, but yesterday it was cloudy until 12 o'clock, and then the sun like came out full force. So I think I want to finish this, go get a coffee, and then pick another book to read when I'm at the pool. I'm gonna finish reading this now. Okay guys, so I put my swimsuit on. I finished the book. We'll discuss it later, but I want to walk across the street to Starbucks, so I put sweats on with it so that I'm not just walking across in a bathing suit. But we have to pick a book. I grabbed the Unhoneymooners to take pictures with just now, just because it matched like my swimsuit and stuff, but I'm not sure if this is the one I want to read, just because it's so similar to Do I Know You that I literally just read. So let's see. This would be a good one if I didn't already read it. I love Hook, Line, and Sinker. I kind of want to read Caraval, but all right, you guys, I'm going with the Unhoneymooners. I just have to, like, it's the summer vibes that I'm looking for. Even though it's so similar to the last book I just read, I actually liked that book, so like I don't mind continuing that vibe. And I heard this is really like funny, rom-com-y, so I'm excited. Let's do it. Okay, so made it to the pool, gonna read some, and it's so nice. I have the pool Ultimus. Of course, I got a green tea matcha, iced matcha from Starbucks. The sun is beaming, I'm obsessed. And in LA for the next week, it's going down to 60s. I'm gonna cry. Yeah, like, let's not talk about it. There's like this like public area where they have this big like floor piano where kids can like step on it and make music, which is so cute. Love. But from the pool you can hear that, and it's driving me nuts. But yeah, I was sitting on the lounge thing, and it was just getting so hot because the sun is beaming down on there. So I decided to go into the pool to cool off, but the pool is freezing. You guys, I couldn't even get more than my legs in there. It was so bad. So then I was like, okay, maybe I'll just go into the jacuzzi just to like get a little wet, but actually it's feeling great. And you might be thinking like, it's a hot day, you're in the jacuzzi, that's weird. It's not that hot. Like the sun is beaming on where I am, but like in the atmosphere, it's not like, I'm not like dying of sweat. And it's like shady over here. But yeah, I'm loving this book. I'm about 40 pages into it. I've been reading for maybe like 45 minutes or so. I'm loving it. I keep finding myself laughing, like giggling to myself. I'm really excited I picked this one by today, hopefully by tomorrow morning, so I can end this video and start editing it. But I'm going to do a little time lapse of me cleaning my kitchen because I feel like that'll be cute to do with some like nice calm music. So maybe if you're like me and you like to watch reading vlogs while you're reading, this will be a nice like intermission where you can really just get into your book. So let's clean the kitchen. I'm gonna put a show on because I'm, in addition to being addicted to reading books, I'm addicted to watching TV. So those two don't really correlate. I haven't been able to watch a lot of TV because I've been reading so much. Now it's time to catch up on some shows.
Can you feel it, honey? Can you feel it, honey? Now you're way past that. All that bad, 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 bad. So bad, 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 bad. Can you see it, honey? Can you see it? See you past the trouble. Now you know the meaning.
When I was a Rams cheerleader, I got this little wine glass, which is so cute, but it's so funny. It's me in my uniform, and there's two little buttons for my breast, which is kind of awkward, but it's such a cute little wine glass, and it says QT on the back of the football. I'm obsessed with it, but I absolutely have never used it because I literally don't drink wine, and I've had this for like 6 years now, but I don't know why. You know how people have been like drinking like sparkling water or something from a wine glass? So I think I might do it with my Gatorade. And then I'm gonna pour my Gatorade in here. Gorgeous. This looks so stupid.
Didn't think it happened so soon, but that one afternoon you finally moved on. Letting go of all that he said and finally cared for yourself, you really moved on.
Those are my clothes that I need to put away. But don't mind me just reading the Unhoneymooners. This book is so good. Like, what's in this book that makes me not want to put it down? On page 158, if you care. Almost halfway. I'm trying to get halfway and then I'm gonna go get something to eat. Okay, girlies, sorry if the lighting is not the best. It's overcast in LA for like the 100th day in the row, so it's really annoying, but it is a few days later from the last clip you saw. I finished both books. I think you already saw me finish Do I Know You. I did indeed finish Unhoneymooners. I actually finished it on Monday morning, so like technically not the weekend, but like we're not going to talk about that. Let's grab them. Okay, so these are the two books I read during my little weekend reading vlog, which I hope you enjoyed. The quickest little synopsis, because I'm also going to be talking about them in my June wrap-up video, so I don't want to like give too much, I guess. I don't know, do people give more in the reading vlog or more in the wrap-up? I don't know, we'll just talk about it. So first I read Do I Know You. This was a really good book. I rated this a 4-star. I really enjoyed it. It was a nice easy read, you know, like it was one of those things where you just read and like you just keep going. I really liked the characters. Yeah, it was just a good book. Like, you know those books that are just a good. I liked this book a lot more, and then I read the Unhoneymooners, which was a similar vibe, and this was a lot better, spoiler alert, which makes me feel like this one was just like, okay, nothing to write home about. But when I did read it, I was like, wow, this is a really good. Then let's talk about the Unhoneymooners. I don't know if part of it is that I read most of this on Sunday. Like, I think I got up to 80% on Sunday and then read the other 20% the next morning. But reading a book like all in one sitting really just makes it feel like you're watching a movie. I feel like I was watching, what's the movie with Jennifer Aniston and Adam Sandler? I know they have a lot of movies together, but it's like the one where they're in Hawaii. It's like Just Married, maybe? I forget. But anyway, it was reminding me of that. Like the whole thing was very rom-com-y. Like, you know, when they say books are rom-coms, sometimes I don't feel like they really are rom-coms. They're just more like romance. This was truly a rom-com book. I was laughing, giggling to myself. I loved their chemistry. I loved the enemies to lovers, forced proximity, all the tropes that I'm obsessed with. Then, so most of the book is based in Hawaii, and then the last maybe like 20%, maybe a little less, is when they go back home. And when they got back home, I felt like it took a little bit of a shift. Like there's a shift in dynamics of the book. Like it felt like almost like I was reading a new book, which I didn't mind because it keeps it interesting. But I think I liked the Hawaii parts a lot better just because it was giving me that like summery rom-com feel. Where when they got back home, it felt like I was reading just any other kind of romance book. But all in all, I decided to give this a 5-star. It's probably more of like a 4.5, 4.75, but it was really good. Like I want to reread this. I think I'll probably reread this every summer. Like it really put me in the summer mood, and then we have an overcast day, so that was annoying. Now I started reading Caraval. I just wanted more of like a fantasy, not like so focused on like romance, rom-com kind of vibes. And because these two books were so similar, I was like, I need to get completely out of the realm of that. Yeah, those were the 2 books that I read in my weekend reading vlog. I hope you enjoyed the vlog. I don't know if I recorded too much, not enough. I'm about to edit it all now, so we'll see. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed. And yeah, I'm just obsessed with you. So I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Mwah.